Good morning, everybody. In the earlier classes, we have discussed many issues regarding advertising, and now we are discussing about a topic called as branding. In the earlier classes, we have discussed what do you mean by a brand, functions, significance, and other issues. Today, we'll be discussing about one of the topic which is called as brand management. The process of planning the process of planning and executing all branding decisions is called as brand management. Yeah, branding is a crucial decision to be taken, and these brands need to be managed from time to time. Brand management is a process of planning the brands and executing them in such a way that their performance is regularly monitored and is increased gradually from time to time. In this session, we will learn what is branding, what is the significance of brand management, what are the functions of brand management, and together with this, we'll also learn what is the process of brand management in detail. Now I'll be sharing you a screen to show you what is the concept of brand management in detail. What is brand management? It's a process of analyzing brands and planning how the brands is able to perceive their value in the market. In the sense, if the customers perceive that the brands are valuable, then profitability, market share, goodwill, name, fame, worth, etc. will increase, and it will result in building up of equity for the firm. So every brand manager must concentrate on one issue, that is analyze the brands and plan how these brands are implemented to generate the value for the company. So the ultimate objective of any brand manager is to perceive the value of the brand. Perceive the value of the brand in the sense he has to understand what is brand and how the value of the brand can be generated in a long run. Intangible and tangible elements of the brand. What are the tangible elements of the brand? The tangible elements of the brand are nothing but the product, its price, its packaging, its shape, its color. All these are tangible elements associated with the brand. We can touch all of these, and we can touch all of these things, and we can see the tangible benefits out of it. What are all the intangible elements? First is called as brand equity. What do you mean by brand equity? Brand equity is the worth associated with the brand. It is the sum of it's a sum total of worthiness of the brand or assets and liabilities associated with the brand. Next one, brand image. The reputation, name, goodwill, etc. associated with the brand is called as brand image. Next, brand positioning. It is what the brand occupies a unique space in the minds of the customers. Next, what do you mean by brand associations? These are the group of loyal customers associated with the brand, and these associations are formed by significant images and symbols associated with the brand. Next, other elements include brand personality. As we have already said that brand personality means it is a process of personifying the brand. Just as a human person has their own beliefs, worth, value, equity, and other things, the same thing is expected out of the brand. What are the functions of brand management? First and the foremost functions of brand management is to identify the targeted market. Any person can launch the brand only by fixing a small target market in his brain. For example, Tata Nano concentrates on middle segment, BMW's, Benz, Harley Davidson, Ferrari, etc. concentrates on premium segment. Second one is Basing upon the targeted audience, the brand image must be developed. Brand image includes the associated brands. The brand image includes the associated brand message that is developed, which is induced into the minds of the customers. It's communicating of the brand promise. Brand promise is what the brand manager promises to the customers through the advertising. Next one is building brand identity. How is brand identity is built? Brand identity is built when a unique element is associated with the brand is communicated through the targeted customers. Handling brand communications. How are brands communicated in the market? The brands are communicated in the market based upon one thing, that is the advertisements and the brand endorsements done by the brand ambassadors. Next one is identify the needs. The needs set of the brand must be identified, and based on which the attributes of the brand need to be planned. These are all what called as functions of brand management. Next, brand management process. It is a process of constructing a brand. It is a process of building up of worth for the brand. It is a process of generating the value for the brand. It consists of large number of steps. First and the foremost step involved in brand management process is to establish the positioning element. Kellogg's was successful as it has changed its positioning element from breakfast item to diet controlled breakfast item. And in brand positioning, what they have to do is they have to see the most untapped position or market or area in the market, so that this untapped market must be clearly identified. This core brand identity. Here, the purpose of positioning the brand is to create a unique image in the minds of the customers. In this step, we have learned about what do you mean by brand positioning and how are brands positioned in the market. Step two is planning and implementing the brand marketing programs. The step two is planning and implementing the brand marketing programs. How do they plan the tasks and how do they implement the brand management programs? Is first and the foremost is brand element is identified. That is whether they have to focus on brand name elevation, or whether they have focus on logo or symbol or some characters just like Juju's in Vodafone, or packaging just like tins of Coke released. Next, second one is choosing the marketing activities and supporting marketing programs. The campaigns that are released must elevate the brands and their brand performances. Next one is secondary associations need to be developed. That is, all the people, all the communities that favor the brand must be united and they must be positioned. Step three, measuring and evaluating brand performance. Measuring and evaluating brand performance in the sense, first and the foremost thing is what they have to see is, first they have to design the brand programs, design the brand. Later, after designing the brands, they have to implement the brands to the maximum extent. In the brands are implemented just to gain the equity of the process. Next one is a brand equity is a system for researching the brands. Here, the brand must be released in perfect time, and the information regarding the market must be available with the brand managers so that right performance is registered at right time. And together with this, various short-term tactics and long-term plans must be helpful for increasing the performance of the brand. Step four is implementing brand management system. First and the foremost, how do we implement the brand management system is they conduct the brand audits. Brand audits includes the feedback that is generated, that is the brand's current position it gives a comprehensive outlook regarding the brand's current position. It is usually in the form of the brand profitability that can be registered, that has registered, and the amount of profits that can be yielded from the brand from time to time. Next one is designing brand tracking. That is, all brand related information is collected by the brand manager, and the extent of performance is registered by the through his audit. Yeah, and along with this, a brand equity management system must be understood carefully, that must be examined carefully, and it must be evaluated carefully from time to time. In the implementation phase, audit is conducted, feedback is taken regarding the existing brands. If the existing brands are not profitable, then the new brands are planned. And if the existing brands are profitable, the same is continued with more amount of concentration on the thing. Next one is define brand architecture. Brand architecture means what are the elements associated with the brand, why is the brand profitable, and where are the targeted market located, and who is the targeted market, and how to reach the potential customers. All these WH questions indicate the dictate what is brand architecture. Next one is managing brand equity over time. What do you mean by brand equity? The value or worth of the brand or the brand associated with the brand is called as brand equity. Usually, developing a brand equity is not a short-term phase, but brand equity will be developed only through a long-term realization. Next, there must be brand reinforcement and revitalization. Reinforcement in the sense if the performing, if the brand is performing well, then if the brand is performing well, then the brand performance has to be increased. And if the brand is non-performing, then it has to be the key elements must be studied regarding why the brand has failed, and this brand must be revitalized, that is re-energized such that it performs well. This is a complete analysis regarding brand building process, brand building functions, brand building significance, and brand building tangible and intangible elements associated with the brand. Okay, brand management is a process of analyzing the brands and planning the brands such that their performance is registered and value is increased for the brands. Thank you. We hope the